By the time I was 22, I had resigned to being a medication popping in adult. I was now old enough to have adult sicknesses that required me to pop in important looking tablets, wasn't I? Or that is what I thought was the deal of growing up. Imagine how many young adults around us could be that way constantly. I guess this happens when adults older than the young ones who happen to be role models lead lives that are constantly supported by medicines. You end up thinking that is normal. The first sign that I should have caught of something being wrong were niggling headaches, always after a bout of acidity in the stomach. The two were not connected to a single problematic source in my mind, and therefore march I did to a GP for acidity tablets and to an ophthalmologist to check my vision. Gulping Gelusil became a ritual. The blessed thing tasted good too. My purse would always have a packet of Marie biscuits and Gelusil. This is the earliest recollection that my husband has of me. How romantic indeed. The small headaches soon blew into roaring ones that had me rolling on my bed, writhing in pain. I was prescribed cetirizine and sometimes an addictive painkiller whose name my mind has blocked out. These tablets now adorned my purse. Even the slightest hint of pain, I would pop the medicines in. A few times, when I ran out of the tablets, were horror stories of darkened rooms with not even a sliver of light coming in, bouts of throwing up and agony untold, children being asked to hush up, balms and towels to hold the splitting head up together, waiting while the inside of my head screamed for my husband to return quickly with the tablets. That I thought was my normal. I became obese and always had swollen feet. Now I also started suffering from sinusitis and wheezing. No one told me that the food I was consuming was the culprit. Someone directed me to attend to a nature camp finally, and I left my family behind and parted ways with them, thinking that I was not going to return. I assumed that I would quietly pass away in the camp. Just the first day of eating mostly a plant-based diet with no oil made my respiratory passage get unblocked. I was surprised to see that I stayed alive. 10 days into the camp had me shed weight, become sprightly, feel coolness behind my eyes and veins, and above everything, a clear nasal passage and no dependency on medicines. What a relief that was! Years of medications, animal proteins, and a bad lifestyle would have their toll on my body. I would later succumb to DUB and breast cancer as well. But at that point, I did feel a lot healthier than what I did before attending the camp. Years later, when I had stopped following what the nature camp had taught me to, again my son Achyutan Ishwar put his foot down and had me restart on my natural whole food plant-based diet again. It finally clicked in my head and I made the connection to health being a choice and not a fatal reality. It has been a great journey from then on. No sinusitis that blows up into horrible headaches, no acid refluxes, no medicines for a bad stomach, only plant-based whole foods. These days, my favorite is the whole grain meal from Sampurna Ahara. I wait with anticipation twice a day to receive the wholesome and healthy meal that fills me with such good health automatically. I don't even have to plan my groceries and vegetables shopping. My health, I discovered, was in my hands. Yours is too. Take the right step forward and shift to a whole food plant-based diet before it is too late. Don't fall prey to lifestyle diseases and deadlier ones like cancer. Be blessed.